Yo, what's going on, you guys? It's your man, the Grass Ninja. Welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're going to tackle one of the crazier theories that we have going on. I haven't seen anyone talking about this yet, but who is going to save Naruto? Lord 7th, he is sealed in the Daikokuten with his wife Hinata. They are frozen in time. 3 years have passed. Everybody's aged. Boruto's like 15, 16 years old now. Naruto is frozen in time. Now, we also learn in chapter 1 of 2 Blue Vortex TBV that Kawaki is able to enter the Daikokuten dimension and keep an eye on Naruto and Hinata. This is insane. Now, who is going to rescue Naruto from this hidden dimension? We've got a bunch of outliers out there. Himawari of all people saying that she can feel that Naruto is still alive. And we have to talk about how Kawaki is just entering in the Daikokuten dimension in his physical form as opposed to sending objects. But when it comes down to this, I've got a couple of things I definitely want to talk about when it comes to this theory. So, who is going to save Naruto? I want to start off with Boruto, okay? Now, when it comes to the anime canon material, trust me, I know I've been clowning on anime canon, calling it filler, but at the end of the day, there are certain aspects of the anime that are indeed canon to the manga and are supplementary or they add on to, and then there's things that are just outright filler, like Kawaki performing in a school play in the Ninja Academy, filler. Kawaki and Boruto versing Naruto and Hinata in a ping pong match, filler. But things like Sumire and the Nue arc, things like Deepa and Victor and the car activation arc, there are things that are indeed canon. I should address that now, because trust me, I'm clowning on the anime because I don't watch the anime. I don't watch it like that. But at the end of the day, when it comes to this filler, who saves Naruto? Boruto's Jougan has shown the ability to be able to peer into dimensional pockets. We've seen this clearly when he versed Urashiki, as he was able to predict where Urashiki would pop up at during his little space-time shenanigans. So basically Urashiki can use that same portal Kaguya uses, and he was able to pop in and out of reality or in and out this dimension, and Boruto was able to read and predict those movements before they actually happened. So the Jougan has been shown to be able to peer into other dimensions and predict those pockets, right? Now, it's also been shown that Boruto can use the Jougan to punch holes through dimensions. This was shown to us through the Nue arc, as he escaped the Nue dimension with Mitsuki and Sumire, getting back to Konoha. Now, my theory here with Boruto is that if Kawaki is creating these rifts between reality where he's jumping from Konoha or Earth to the Daikokuten dimension, he might be leaving behind some traces of energy that Boruto would be able to pick up on with the Jougan and able to punch a hole through the dimensions and be able to pull Naruto out of it. Just because Kawaki is the only one moving in that dimension doesn't mean he can't be the only one, right? We don't see Kawaki active with his Darmagan or his Hashodogan or his unnamed Dojutsu. We'll get into that in future videos. But at the end of the day, we don't see him having the Dojutsu active as he's watching Naruto and Hinata. He is in base form for the most part, chilling in the Daikokuten, which means if anybody invaded that dimension, they could possibly move there too. If you're not sealed within it, you could possibly move in this void of time dimension. So Boruto with the Jougan punching a hole through the dimension might be one of the ways we see Naruto and Hinata actually escape the Daikokuten. Now, another thing I want to touch on is actually the fact that Kawaki has been shrinking Code's claw marks. The claw mark Shinjutsu is effectively a doorway that allows Code to walk through said claw mark into whatever other side that claw mark is active on. He can walk from one claw mark to another instantaneously. Now, we also learned from Ishiki that the claw mark Shinjutsu, right, or perhaps actually the Daikokuten, is linked to Sukuna Hakona. So if Ishiki shrinks something down with Sukuna Hakona, he instantly sends it to the Daikokuten dimension. We've actually seen Kawaki even flex this by just dropping some cubes and rods in front of Boruto before he manifested the full-size versions of those things in their fight before Boruto got the scar. Now, if Kawaki has been sending these claw marks to the Daikokuten unknowingly, we could have a situation on our hands where Code accidentally walks into the Daikokuten dimension and then stumbles upon Naruto and Hinata. And this could be a very heavy bargaining chip on Code's part of things, where if he has Naruto and Hinata as hostages and he's able to hold those against Boruto or Kawaki, this could be huge news for the whole omnipotence narrative. We learn Shikamaru and the entire Hidden Leaf Village are basically done questioning and trying to poke holes in the omnipotence narrative. They just believe what they believe. They've been entirely brainwashed. This comes out of chapter 1 from Sarada. So when we learn now that Code's claw marks have been getting shrunk down by Kawaki's dojutsu with the Sukuna Hakona, and we make that connection to Ishiki, who says anything I shrink down ends up in the Daikokuten, there could be claw marks in the Daikokuten dimension that Code might be able to access to. He just doesn't know he can access them. So in the future, we might have to look out for Kawaki chilling in the Daikokuten and then randomly fighting some claw grimes or something, or Code invading without Kawaki knowing, or Naruto and Hinata by all means being stolen from Kawaki's possession and being held ransom by Code. This is insane, you guys. Now, the final thing is very simple. Kawaki might get forced into releasing Naruto prematurely. Now, if the entire village gets swamped by claw grimes, or Shibai Otsutsuki or some ascended Otsutsuki somehow comes into the fray, and then they realize they need all hands on deck, and then holding Naruto as a bargaining chip is kind of pointless, we might be forced into a situation where Kawaki eventually just releases Naruto prematurely. He might get Talk no Jutsu'd, or he might get some sense knocked into him by Boruto, but at the end of the day, Kawaki is one of the only people, or actually he is the only person who can enter the Daikokuten willingly. Now, if Kawaki is that person, right, that means he's kind of unkillable. Anybody who threatens to kill Kawaki, even if they do get the upper hand on him in combat somehow, won't be able to. If Boruto wins in a fight against Kawaki, he won't be able to land the finishing blow, because Kawaki will just be like, you'll never see Naruto and Sasuke or Naruto and Hinata again, because Kawaki is the only person who can free them. Which is why I always say now, it's very possible Boruto with that Jougan might actually be able to punch a hole into the Daikokuten dimension, bypassing this whole trump card Kawaki has where he's unkillable because he's the only one who can free Naruto. So Boruto with the Jougan could very well punch a hole through the Daikokuten dimension, especially if Kawaki keeps shrinking down into that dimension in a fight with Boruto. Code's claw marks have been shrunken down, and if any of those have accidentally or intentionally or automatically have been sent to the Daikokuten dimension, that means Code might have access to this space-time barrier. Himawari is always an outlier because she says she can feel that Naruto is alive somewhere. Whether or not she has the ability to transport into space-time dimensions is yet to be seen, but even Damon is out here saying Himawari, of all people, is one of the strongest people in Konoha, and now she's training with Ino Shikacho. So, I'm going to ask you guys real quick, who do you think will be the person to save Naruto? Do you think Boruto will access the Jougan and be able to punch a hole through the Daikokuten dimension in order to save his parents? Or do you think Code might infiltrate the Daikokuten dimension since his claw marks have been shrunken down with Sukuna Hakona and are possibly residing in the Daikokuten dimension? Do you think Kawaki might be forced into releasing Naruto due to some crazy circumstances like maybe Shibai or a claw grime invasion or anything of the sort? And how do you feel about Kawaki technically being unkillable? Nobody's allowed to land a finishing blow on Kawaki because he's the only one, as we know for sure, can free Naruto and Hinata. Even if Boruto does get close to landing that finishing blow, he can just be like, you'll never see your parents again. This is insane. So I'm really curious to hear what you guys are thinking in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check me out on all my platforms. I'm on Twitch, I'm on Twitter, I'm on TikTok. We're doing everything. And yeah, I've been your man's Aggress Ninja, signing off. Peace.